Take a single drop of water, hold it up to the light, that it looks empty, ordinary, just water, but inside that drop. Right now there are creatures hunting, reproducing, dying, and building entire civilizations you will never see with your naked eye. This is not science fiction. This is the world that exists every time you drink a glass of water. Welcome to Unseen Cosmos. A single milliliter of fresh water contains between 1 million and 1 billion microorganisms. That number is not an exaggeration. It is a conservative scientific estimate. The most common of these creatures is the bacterium. Bacteria are not simple. They communicate using chemical signals in a process called quorum sensing, a form of collective intelligence that allows them to coordinate behavior across millions of individuals simultaneously. In other words, bacteria vote. They decide, as a group, when to attack, when to retreat, and when to build. What they build are called biofilms, living structures, with architecture, with walls, with channels for nutrients, and with a primitive immune system that protects the colony from threats. This is not a colony of simple organisms. This is a city. But bacteria are not alone in that drop. Above them in the food chain sits the paramecium, a single-celled organism large enough to be seen under a basic microscope. The paramecium moves using thousands of hair-like structures called cilia, beating in coordinated waves at up to 12 body lengths per second. Per scale, if a human moved at 12 body lengths per second, that would be traveling at over 70 kilometers per hour. The paramecium does not think. It has no brain, no nervous system, no eyes, and yet it hunts with terrifying efficiency. It detects chemical gradients in the water, moves toward areas of higher bacterial density, and engulfs thousands of bacteria in a single feeding session. In the world of a water drop, the paramecium is the apex predator. But there is one organism in that same drop that makes the paramecium look fragile: the tardigrade, also known as the water bear. The tardigrade is less than 1 millimeter long. It has 8 legs, a mouth with claws, and an expression that can only be described as deeply unimpressed with the universe. The tardigrade is the most resilient organism ever discovered. It can survive temperatures of minus 272 degrees Celsius, 1 degree above absolute zero. It can survive 300 degrees of heat. It can withstand radiation doses 1,000 times lethal to humans. It can survive the vacuum of open space, and has been tested there deliberately on the exterior of spacecraft. For 10 days. It survived when conditions become hostile. The tardigrade enters a state called cryptobiosis. It contracts its body, expels nearly all water from its cells, and essentially stops existing as a living thing. Its metabolism drops to 0.01% of normal. It can remain in this state for up to 30 years. And when water returns, it wakes up, as if nothing happened. We tend to think of life as fragile. We protect it. We nurture it. We build entire civilizations around the idea that living things need to be kept safe from the universe. But the universe was full of life long before complexity arrived. The organisms in a drop of water have been here for 3.5 billion years. They survived every mass extinction, every asteroid impact, every ice age. They were here before the dinosaurs. They will be here after us. The next time you look at a glass of water, understand that you are not looking at an empty liquid. You are looking at the oldest living ecosystem on Earth, and it fits in your hand. This is Unseen Cosmos. Every week, we go deeper into the world that exists beyond what you can see. Don't subscribe, and don't miss what comes next.